Sometimes what you take out of a press conference is silence, is the answer. Sometimes a press conference will go and a yes or no question will be asked and the answer is very long. And trust me, in the business, if you ask a yes or no question, I've done it before. My wife despises yes or no questions because you give the person an opportunity to give you a one-word answer. But we are all expecting the interviewee to play along and give you a longer answer. We're just asking the question yes or no, and you could say yes, but implied is, give us more than that. And sometimes somebody won't go along with that, like, say, Brady's old coach in New England.
Indeed.
And then there are yes or no questions that give you the old word salad response. And unfortunately, that's what Gerrit Cole gave yesterday when he was asked in a press conference, point blank, if he puts a specific substance on the ball. And as you know, this has been a big to-do in Major League Baseball. We've been talking about it for weeks. We had John Boy on last week to talk about what he is seeing with pitchers going to gloves. And we heard Buster Olney say earlier this week that baseball's going to set up checkpoints. Maybe by the middle of this month. Checkpoints.
I mean, what was you thinking?
We don't know if it's on the field or they're going to take a pitcher once he's out of the game. There's a designated member of the umpiring crew that's going to frisk pitchers and look at their gloves and have them take off their belts and look to see what's on there. I'm serious. You're laughing, but this is what's coming. We have no idea what the logistics of it looks like. But all I know is the initial checkpoint is going to be the pitching performances of pitchers whose spin rates have gone through the roof in recent days. And certainly if part of the reason why their spin rates have gone through the roof and their bank accounts have gone through the roof is because they're putting substances on the baseball that might be in its separate parts legal, but put together something that baseball wants to get out of the game. And one of the people that you're looking at on that front, along with Trevor Bauer out here in Los Angeles, is Gerrit Cole of the Yankees. And he was asked point blank about, does he put a certain substance on a baseball when he pitches?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest. There are customs and practices that have been passed down from older players to younger players, from the last generation of players to this generation of players. And, I think there are some things that are certainly out of bounds in that regard. And I've stood pretty firm in terms of that, in terms of the communication between our peers and whatnot. And I, again, like I mentioned earlier, there's, this is important to a lot of people that love the game. And this is including the players in this room, including fans, including, teams. And so if MLB wants to, legislate some more stuff, that's a conversation that we can have, because ultimately we should all be pulling in the same direction on this.
Wow. I mean, that is a very long non-answer. That sounds like he certainly, but the question is was he putting something called spider tack on the baseball? No idea what the hell that is, but tack means obviously, tacky substance. What an awful answer that was.
Spider tack can be had for $16 on Amazon.
What is it?
I mean, it's this. What people are using.
I honestly don't know the last time a start against a team 12 games under 500 could be more important, but Gerrit Cole against the Twins tonight. But they're not checking for it yet. They're still in their fact-finding.
I mean, what are we waiting for?
What a mess. A star pitcher of the game is being asked this question, and his answer was such a non-answer that you're thinking, if he won't give an answer to that.
Not just a star, super-duper star.
If he won't give an answer to that, and he's made the bank that he's made, everybody's doing it. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Simple question. Why wouldn't they? If baseball's saying,
well, it's
they're
like
looking the other way, and now they're suddenly in the middle of a season looking that way, I mean, they better get the logistics of setting up their checkpoints down to a
it's like
science.
the steroid era. If they weren't testing and it wasn't illegal, what's the incentive not to do it? When these guys are getting
That's
massive
what so many of these
contracts.
guys were saying. It wasn't illegal. Why shouldn't I do it? Everyone else is doing it.
Everyone else is doing
and
it.
that's what Gerrit Cole was probably saying yesterday. Like, I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how to answer that because I'm not going to give up the rest of the league, and I'm not going to give you a straight answer here because it'll look like I need it to be a super pitcher, but I do use it. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, what's he?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.